Good morning. Thursday morning, 8:15 a.m., the 17th of July, 2025. I've already been out, spent a bunch of time with the ducklings because they actually came right up in front of my house. And I just had a lovely walk this morning. It's reasonable temperature. Well, when I went out, it was in the mid-70s. And at first it felt really humid, but then once I got walking, there was a little breeze and it was very pleasant and lovely. Well, yesterday I had Corto, okay, which it can be made into a cortado, a Spanish coffee that's half coffee, half milk. I tried it with macadamia milk, and I said I didn't like it. And by the way, the macadamia milk did not froth, although I'll give it another try in a day or so here. But Keitsa commented that I usually have, cream or regular milk, oat milk, something. She said, try it with that. And, in the past, I recall that I've liked it okay, but yesterday, I didn't. So, in fact, I put it on my chart here under okay-ish. And so, she said try it more the way you usually make your coffee. So that's what I'm going to do here. Let's see, I have several sleeves out here to try more than one coffee this morning, okay? So I'm going to do the Corto first, and I'm going to do it with a coffee mate. Now, the Corto is an espresso, okay? And that's 1.35 ounces. This is just 10 milliliters of coffee mate. Alexa, how many ounces is 10 milliliters?
10 milliliters is about 0.34 fluid ounces.
Okay, so this is about 1/3 of an ounce. The espresso is going to be like 1 1/3 ounces. Anyway, I'll give it a try, okay? Because after all, I need to be fair in making these comparisons, right? So, okay. Get a little, what do we have? Like a sunflower. Okay. We'll see how this is. Give it a fair chance. Okay. Okay, you know what? Thank you, Keitsa, for your suggestion. This is better than okay-ish with the creamer. I wasn't thinking yesterday how I had put macadamia milk in, and I mean, I've tried that one other time, like several years ago. Also, as you know, the brand of plant milk, it makes a difference. Different ones have different tastes, okay? Like, remember when I tried that Simply Truth almond milk? And I didn't like it. But I like almond milk, like the Blue Diamond almond milk. I like that real well. I like Publix brand, the Members Mark Sam's brand, Silk almond milk. Several other ones I tried, but I didn't like that brand. It may be with the macadamia nut milk that it was the brand. Yes. Now, I'm going to put this as medium. And the reason is it's good, but it's not something I'd want to drink every day because it's got almost like a peppery spiciness to it. It's tasty, and it's better than okay-ish. What do I have on okay-ish? I've got Cozy, Columbia, Chiaro. And under medium, I have Paris and Istanbul. You know what? Oh, I am going to leave it on okay-ish because I feel like now I should try the Paris or Istanbul. You know what? I need to do that to be fair in my ratings, because I feel like, turn this around. I feel like, things need to be kind of on the same basis of comparison. Okay, this is easy. Here's Paris, okay? Or should I do Istanbul? Oops. Is this Istanbul? Let's, well, let me get this Paris back up here. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So Istanbul, I tore off the little end pieces so I could put it on my chart. And now, okay. This is Istanbul. Okay. Remember, the design is Istanbul. Good grief. Okay. So now I've got another cup here. And I will try the Istanbul. I am going to go ahead and put a coffee mate in here to start with, to, use that in the comparison. Alrighty. I was going to do like 2 completely other coffees this morning, and I thought, no, I should try what Keatsa suggested. Okay, here we go. Espresso. So we've got Corto, and now we have Istanbul, and they both have one coffee mate thingy in them. Okay, I'm wondering, should I rinse my mouth out? Oh my goodness, because the Istanbul does leave a taste. I mean, it's a good taste. If you like coffee, it's the kind of taste you want left in your mouth. Oh my gosh. Okay, I prefer this. It's not quite as punchy as the Corto. So, Corto stays on okay-ish, and Istanbul is under medium. And actually, when you get to good, I'm fine with those. And as you can see, under excellent, I've got a lot that I like. So, that works out well. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to mix these two because, sometimes the total, when you do something like this, when you mix ingredients, is greater than the sum of the parts. Does that make sense? Anyway, you know what I mean? Like, this can be good and that can be good, and you mix them together and you might get something terrible, or you might get something much better than the individual things were on their own. Oh, let me give it a stir. All right. This is something between okay-ish and medium. So it didn't make something better. It didn't make something worse. It made something in the middle, which makes sense, right? I think I would enjoy this with more milk in it, but you know how I always put the date on my oat milk or my almond milk when I open it? I didn't do it this time. And, when I first opened it, I remember thinking, oh, I'll remember. No, I don't remember. I guess I could go back in my videos here and see, you know, when did I open it up? Because I know I did it on the video, but I don't know if it's still going to be good. Although, let me get it. Hang on here. So, because the Chobani oat milk is my favorite. Okay, so if I open it up and doesn't smell weird, doesn't look weird. I know I haven't had it like more than 2 weeks, or it hasn't been opened for more than 2 weeks. Well, I'll give it a try. Okay, so if you don't see any videos from me starting, you know, after today, call 911. Okay, I'm gonna heat this up some. Push that milk can out of the fridge. Okay, put it on 20 seconds. Well, I discovered something yesterday, which probably a lot of people know, but I had really forgotten about. You know how I've said that the sun down here is much more intense than it is like, you know, up north, because the angle of the sun makes a difference. So when I go to the pool, like at this time of the morning, let's say, or let's say 10, 11 o'clock, and it's in the 70s, the sun is very intense. Well, yesterday I went to the pool at 6 p.m. Or 5 or 6 p.m. It was 90 degrees, but it felt really nice. The sun was not too intense at all. It was very pleasant. Why? Because instead of being up here, it was like this. It was at a much more severe angle. And also, you know, after 4 p.m., the amount of the sun's rays that tan your skin are reduced by, I don't know, something like 90%. So, you know, you won't get burned as quickly as you would like when I go in the morning. So anyhow, yeah, I was really happy to discover that. And it was so nice in the water at that time of day. Oh my goodness. Of course, it's always nice in the water. Okay, enough about the angle of the sun and all that. Here we go. This is so much better. You know what? I think I've just got hung up on oat milk and almond milk, and my taste buds rejoice when I use it in my coffee. Oh dear. Do you know what? Okay, this is 2 cups of coffee in here. I'm not going to make a 3rd cup, but tomorrow, or the next time I come on, I am going to make the Corto again and the Istanbul again, but I'm going to use oat milk because Kitsa was right. You know, it's not fair to compare them unless everything is, you know, the baseline is the same. You're comparing it to the same baseline, which for me is oat milk or almond milk with coffee added. This is good. I like this. Well, listen, it looks like maybe nobody is up yet, or everybody's at work or doing something else. So those of you who join me on replay, please say hi. And yeah, if you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know, because it does influence what I do. I hope you have a lovely day. I'll talk to you later.